me thank Jerome for the wonderful introduction. Give him a big round of applause. We've got a number of elected officials who are here who I want to acknowledge. We've got the Lieutenant Governor, John Garamendi. Give the Lieutenant Governor a big round of applause. We've got the Secretary of Labor, Hilda Solis, who is here. We've got an outstanding member of Congress, Representative Loretta Sanchez. Now, this is not Loretta's district. This is actually Dana Rohrbacher's district. And we actually, our office screwed up and I think didn't get the invitation to him on time. So he's not here. No, it was a screw up on our part. So I want to let him know we're sorry about that. And I want everybody to give him a big round of applause. It's his district. Secretary of State Deborah Bowen is here. State Comptroller John Chung is here. Superintendent of Public Instruction Jack O'Connell is here. And I've got a couple of others. We've got the Mayor of Santa Ana, Miguel Pulido, who's here. Let's see who else. We had State Senator Jose Correa is here. We have State Representative Jose Solorio here. We have the State Democratic Party Chair Art Torres is here. And a great friend and supporter, Steve Wesley, is here. Give everybody a round of applause. I hope I did not miss anybody. Now, and all of you are here. Give yourselves a big round of applause. Let me just say this. For those of you who have chairs, go ahead and sit down so folks behind you can see. All right? Make sure to sit down if you've got a chair. We'll have time to shake hands afterwards. Now, it is always good to get out of Washington for a little while and come to places like Costa Mesa. Yeah, the climate is a lot nicer, and so is the conversation. So I am looking forward to taking your questions in a few minutes and talking to you about your concerns. But before I do, I want to say a few words at the top. And I'm going to start off just by talking about these AIG bonuses you've been hearing about. I know a lot of you are outraged about this. Rightfully so, I'm outraged too. It's hard to understand that a company that's relying on extraordinary assistance from taxpayers to keep its doors open would be paying anybody lavish bonuses. It goes against our most basic sense of what's fair and what's right. It offends our values. But these bonuses, outrageous as they are a symptom of a much larger problem. And that's the system and culture that made them possible. A culture where people made enormous sums of money taking irresponsible risks that have now put the entire economy at risk. So we're going to do everything we can to deal with these specific bonuses. And I know Washington's all in a tizzy and everybody's pointing fingers at each other and saying it's their fault, the Democrats' fault, the Republicans' fault. Listen, I'll take responsibility. I'm the president. So we didn't draft these contracts, and we've got a lot on our plate, but it is appropriate when you're in charge to make sure that stuff doesn't happen like this. So we're going to do everything we can to fix it. So for everybody in Washington who's busy scrambling, trying to figure out how to blame somebody else, just go ahead and talk to me. Because it's my job to make sure that we fix these messes, even if I don't make them. But what's just as important is that we make sure we don't find ourselves in this situation again, where taxpayers are on the hook for losses in bad times, and all the wealth generated in good times goes to those who are at the very top of the income ladder. That's the kind of ethic we've had for too long. That's the kind of approach that led us into this mess. That is something we have to change if we're truly going to turn our economy around and move this country forward. So I'm absolutely committed to ensuring that we have the tools we need to prevent the kinds of abuses that sent AIG spiraling. And we've got to make sure that we've got regulations that don't allow companies to take these huge risks that are so big that they can sort of hold us hostage. We can't let them fail because it'd bring the entire banking system down and hurt a lot of innocent people. But on the other hand, they act irresponsibly. We have to make sure we don't put ourselves in that position. And I'm also committed to ensuring that if we ever do have to intervene again to prevent a bankruptcy that could cause a catastrophe for the whole financial system, then we have some of the tools that a bankruptcy judge has to help renegotiate contracts, to sell off insolvent parts of an institution, to protect the healthy parts, to protect depositors and creditors and other consumers. We also want to do this because it serves the most important goal we have today, which is to rebuild our economy in a way that's consistent with our values. An economy, and I want to describe to you the kind of economy that we want to build, an economy that rewards hard work and responsibility, not high-flying financial schemes. An economy that's built on a strong foundation, but not one that's propelled by overheated housing markets and maxed out credit cards. In other words, we want to build an economy that offers prosperity for the long run. You remember that ad that they used to have out there that said, we earn money the old-fashioned way, we earn it. Well, we need to get back to that philosophy, because that's what all of you do. You're out there earning a living, and we've got to reward people who are working hard, not the bubble and bust economy we've experienced in recent years.